Om Namah Shivaya. Kaivalya Upanishad, verses 1 and 2. Then Ashvalayana approached Lord Brahma, the creator, and he said, "Teach, O Lord, the knowledge of Brahman, the highest, always cultivated by the good, hidden, and by which a wise man drives away instantly all the sins and reaches the Purusha higher than the high." And to him, the grandsire, Brahma, said, "Know this," he's talking about Brahman, "by means of faith, devotion, and meditation, not by work, nor progeny, nor wealth, but by renunciation have some attained immortality." I love these little vignettes that come up in the Upanishads. So here we have this sage, Ashvalayana, and he decides he goes up to see Brahma, the creator. There's this wonderful, easy access that speaks of a different age, much more enlightened age. And he goes up to him and he asks this question. And Brahma responds, by faith, devotion, and meditation. This is what he says first. So let's dig into this a little bit. So faith, we have to have faith to do any undertaking. If you want to go from LA to New York, first of all, you have to have faith that New York exists. Secondly, that it's possible to get there and that you can get there. So it's all based on faith. And that's true of everything we do in life. And of course, obviously, it's true when you're talking about enlightenment. You have to have faith that it's a real thing, that it's something that can be achieved. Then devotion. If you want to achieve something really great, it takes devotion. So if you want to be an Olympic gold medalist, it's going to require incredible devotion. If you want to be a concert pianist, it's going to require incredible devotion. But it's not difficult. It's not a great chore because you love it. There's a passion for that. And so you wouldn't have it any other way. And that is true of the spiritual seeker, seeking his spiritual goal. He can't do otherwise. She can't do otherwise. That devotion is there. It's born of love. It springs deep from the soul, from your heart. And it's a joy to follow it. So devotion is necessary. And obviously, having that devotion means some good karma from the past life, this life. Okay. So faith and devotion. Now, then he says meditation. So now we're actually really getting into it because you can have faith and devotion, but what do you actually do to realize Brahman? So now he's talking about what you actually do day in and day out. You meditate. So meditation is the means. Through meditation, you're withdrawing the senses from the world, coming closer to your innermost self, withdrawing, making the mind very powerful, very concentrated, coming close deep within to your very core, transcending the finest level of thought to Riya, the fourth state, pure consciousness. So that is the purpose of meditation, to get that depth of inner experience, become familiar with the higher self, get to know your higher self, abide as your higher self, realize yourself. That's the essence, that's the beginning. And then Brahma adds this part about renunciation. Now, what is he saying here? Is this a fourth thing that we need to do? Something different than faith, devotion, and meditation? Now we also have to be renounced? Is he saying faith, devotion, and meditation are there for the householders and renunciation is there for the sannyasis? I don't think he's saying either of those things. Because, of course, monks and nuns, sannyasis, they also need faith, devotion, and meditation, of course. So when you meditate, you're withdrawing your senses from the world. You're not watching TV. You're not playing golf. This is a kind of renunciation. You're renouncing, for the time of your meditation, you're renouncing the world to go within, to seek your innermost divine self, the universal self. So this is a quality that starts to develop through faith, devotion, and meditation. You're in the world, but you're not entirely of the world. There's something else that's starting to develop. And that is this quality, this characteristic of renunciation. And yes, it is by virtue of that renunciation that you realize Brahman. Because you're making the divine, above and beyond all of this, your refuge. You're not just always taking refuge in the boundaries of the world. You are making the divine what's important to you. And that is a kind of renunciation by which you realize Brahman. So how much wisdom has Brahma packed into these 2 sentences? In these 2 sentences, he tells the whole story. In essence, the whole story of what's needed to realize Brahman. Om Tat Sat.